Hi, I'm Dory, and today we're going to be talking about breastfeeding and bed sharing. So we're just going to talk a little bit about the issue of breastfeeding and bed sharing. So the Academy of Breastfeeding Medicine has come out with great protocols to help parents have tools to co-sleep safely. The American Academy of Pediatricians recommends sleeping in the same room but a separate bed. And we know that this is something that's not always possible, especially in the first few weeks when parents bring a newborn home. They're very, very tired, and this can set up a very dangerous situation if they are sleeping in that isn't as safe. And the Academy of Breastfeeding Medicine does a lot of research on this subject. They came out with this protocol and the guidelines, and one of the things that they found is that 50% of the time, parents will accidentally fall asleep with their baby. And during those times, that's where we want to educate parents to be in a safe situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really hot topic for sure, and it does have some controversy. So like you said, we just want to make sure that these families are doing it safely, whether it's intentional or not. So I think the very first thing is to make sure that you understand that the baby is still developing. Their esophagus is very fragile at this state, so they need to be in a very hard mattress. So the couches, air mattresses, those sort of things are going to be very unsafe for a baby. So in an adult mattress, making sure that there's nothing around them, pillows, blankets, and having a very hard surface, that's going to be very key to making sure that the baby can continue to breathe safely while they're sleeping.
In addition, you want to make sure that the bed is up against a wall, not up against a wall, and even consider putting the mattress right on the floor can be also an option.
Parents should also look at their own actions as well. We want to make sure that they can wake up and respond to a baby if baby rolls or moves in the middle of the night. So making sure that they are not smoking, not drinking, not using medications, whether it's prescribed or otherwise. We want to make sure that they can wake up if they feel any movement for a baby.
And also, if you have a baby who is preterm or smaller, then it is not recommended to sleep with your baby, even in the bed on a hard surface. So you just have to look at your individual circumstances and always think about what the safest situation is if you were to fall asleep.
And one of the number one things to prevent SIDS or sudden infant death is that the baby's on the back. We want to make sure that baby stays on their back until they can naturally roll over on their own, which then takes it to another developmental stage, but making sure that your baby is on the back. And breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is a huge factor into preventing SIDS as well. So I think when we're talking about sharing a room or sharing a bed with a baby, breastfeeding is a big factor of that as well. And when you're nursing, there's different positions that might be better for baby. Ideally, you want to make sure that they're angled slightly so that if baby does fall asleep, they're going to roll away from you and not towards you. I think it's important to know that it's going to look differently for each family too. So that can definitely play a factor into how you choose to sleep or how you choose to feed your baby. And I think just having the conversation is important. Talk to nurses, lactation consultants. Being able to talk about it will make sure that you have the best information to make sure that you and your baby are safe.
And at support groups, we talk about it quite often because parents need to know that this is an option.
Thanks for joining us today as we talked about bed sharing and breastfeeding. For more information, go ahead and click our link.